Happy Telling Tuesday! I was not anticipating recording my story this morning. I am without tripod and microphone, just on a walk in my favorite place, Fern Hill, thinking about this week's story, and it just felt like I needed to record it now. So we'll see how it works. But you know how that is sometimes, right? When it just feels like now is the moment, so you seize it. Am I right? Well, this week's story is based on a number of different fables with trees, and the creative spark is to use your body to tell the story. There are lots of amazing storytellers out there that are the best at utilizing this amazing tool that we call our body. And of course, we all use it to some extent, but today I'm accentuating it, telling a sweet little story. Here we go. There once was a tree putting all of her effort into growing tall and strong like all of her neighbors. She was young, she only knew what she had already experienced, which was very, very little. She had watched her limbs slowly stretch and reach and grow, and the leaves that she now adored pop out on each one of her branches, and the leaves, they rustled in the wind, and they swayed. They helped her dance as the breeze went by. She felt the energy from the sun as it touched the leaves, and she could feel it going all through her body. Tree, well, she loved being a tree, except when an itch came, and try as she might, she could not get her branches to stretch enough to scratch it. So she had to wait until a spider scurried up her trunk and crawled across just the right spot. Relief. Tree noticed that the temperature began to lower, and with that, new feelings and actually horrors. Tree watched as her beloved leaves began to change color. First a lighter green and then a yellow, until they began to be brittle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, they dropped off completely. She counted all day long. She thought that they would never stop, but finally the last leaf fell to the ground, and Tree felt naked. And as the temperatures began to drop and the white stuff gathered around her feet, she felt that this was the end. Inside of herself, she felt devastated. She felt like surely she was going to die, and there was no hope. She called out, "Help! What do I do to survive?" And the voices came from all sides. "Patience. Wait it out. Spring will come." And as the voices continually all winter long spoke into Tree's mind, "Give up. There's no hope." She tried to hang on to those words from her neighbors, that spring would come. Slowly one day, the temperatures once again rose, and she began to feel a tingling that was familiar. She felt her limbs once again stretching, reaching, growing, and she watched in delight as the buds popped. 1, 2, 3, 4. She counted all day as the buds appeared. And then she knew what was coming after that. The leaves first small and tiny, she could see them growing before her very eyes until once again she was dancing in the breeze. And for all the rest of her days, when those voices came into her mind, when winter came, she remembered what her neighbors had told her. Patience spring will come. We all have our winters, even though we're not trees. Real winters that make us tired, and proverbial ones, I think you could say. I hope that you can remember to hold on and that spring will come. Have a fabulous day. I'm sending love your way. We gotta brighten this world that has so many heartaches. So go tell someone a story.